Hello and welcome back to The Goodness Margin, the place where we find margin for the good things in life. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 things that you can cut from your budget. We are all looking for ways to save money. Inflation is crazy right now. I am constantly amazed when I go in the grocery store and see the price of things. And I stop and think, there's no way this actually has cost the same amount for this long. The other day I drove past the gas station and I thought, oh my word, it is literally 20 cents more than it was 2 days before. If you're like me, I am constantly looking for ways that I can cut back on expenses. Here are 6 ways that you can save money in your budget. But first, if you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, you'll be notified when the next video goes live. When I was doing some research for this video, I was shocked to find out this information. Did you know that the average person has 13 different subscriptions that they're currently paying for? And the average millennial, which I'm at the very top end of that age bracket, but I'm still a millennial, they have 17 subscriptions. The average millennial has 17 subscriptions that they're paying for. That blew my mind. And so coming in at number 1, the first thing that you can cut from your budget today are some of your subscriptions. Maybe it's been a little while since you've taken the time to look through that debit card or that credit card statement and see those things that come out every single month, but it's time to do that. You can look through and think of some ways that you can cut back. As I was thinking about this, I thought of 5 different subscription types that you can cut out of your life. The first one is media. This was something that we found as a family, that a new type of media would come out, some new subscription, and we would sign up for it. Maybe we were getting 3 months free, and the next thing you know, you've been paying for it for a year. And we looked through those and we cut them back. Right now, we get 1 free through our cell phone service, and then we pay for 1. And we will switch those out. We're paying for a certain subscription right now, and then maybe in a few months, we'll decide, you know what, we're done with this. We'd like to switch over to something else. And so that's a way to kind of add some variety to some of the different things that you watch. You can change it up a little bit. The second type of subscription is subscription boxes. Maybe you have found that at some point you were ordering something and it starts coming in the mail every month or every 3 months, but now you have way too much product on hand. I had someone in my life that had subscribed to one of those beauty subscription boxes. And I'll be honest, I greatly benefited from that because you can only use so much under eye serum. And so she would give me these different serums, and I actually shared one with another friend, and she came to me and she said, I can't believe you did that. I looked up this serum because I wanted to buy some more. It's this super expensive serum. We benefited from it, but this friend of ours was paying a lot of money every month for items that there was no way that she could use all of them. But that's definitely a way you can cut a subscription out of your life, is to cut out those subscription boxes. The third type of subscription is maybe to a magazine or a newspaper. Most of those articles you can get for free online. You can cut those out, whether you get them digitally or via paper. That's another subscription that you can cut out. The fourth one is a gym membership. Are you really going to the gym, or could you take 3 or 4 months of whatever you're paying for the gym membership and purchase some weights to have at home? There are tons of free videos on YouTube that you can use to work out with. So I'm not saying you don't need to work out, but maybe you need to stop and think, is this really worth it paying for this gym membership? I have found with gym memberships that there are so many hidden fees. My husband recently was getting out of a gym membership contract, and it was insane, the hoops that we had to jump through. And we actually ended up having to pay some extra fees because there was really no way to fight it. It was a really frustrating situation. And I've personally decided that we will never sign up for a gym ever again. It was such a pain, and it cost way too much money over the lifetime of that gym membership. The fifth thing that you can look for in this subscription category are unused subscriptions. What are you not using? Maybe you're paying for something that you're not using, maybe like the gym membership, or duplicate things. This summer, there was a sale on the Walmart Plus subscription, and it was definitely worth our money to do it. Not only do they deliver groceries to my doorstep for free, but also you get 10 cents off per gallon at the gas stations. It's crazy, all of the things that it offers. And so we decided it was definitely something that we wanted to sign up for. Well, just a few months earlier, my Shipt subscription had just renewed. And so I've gone ahead, went in, canceled that subscription. When it's time for it to renew, will not renew again because I do not need 2 different grocery delivery subscriptions. Double check the subscriptions that you're paying for. Maybe there's 2 that kind of do the same thing and you can cancel one of those. The second thing that you can cut from your budget are unneeded groceries. Groceries are so expensive right now. And if you aren't shopping with a list, then you are definitely buying things at the grocery store you don't need. Or if you're like me, where I think, oh, I only need a couple things, I'm just going to run, go grab those. And then I forget something. So then I go back and then I get something else. Or I think, oh, do we have this item? I can't remember. So I purchase it and then I go home and we have 3 of them. This is another reason that I love ordering my groceries online, is because I can go straight to the pantry. I can go straight to my refrigerator and look and see what I have on hand while I'm placing that order. Then for the things that I don't want to order from Walmart or something that they don't have available, I make that list in my phone. So I always have that list with me. And then I will go to a discount grocery store like Aldi or Kroger to grab those items. So if you're not shopping with a grocery list, then you're definitely purchasing things that you don't need. Start shopping with a grocery list. The third thing that we can cut from our budget are online purchases. It's so easy to buy things online. It's crazy. Our credit cards are saved into our phones and our computers, and so we can just quickly purchase things online, and things are just so convenient. But if we stop and think about it and kind of in our minds pretend that we're going to have to drive to the store, we're going to have to get in our car, drive to the store, go in the store, would I still purchase this item? And if the answer is no, then we don't need to purchase it. That is something that we can cut from our budget. The fourth thing you can cut from your budget is thinking that you need to purchase the name brand for everything. I've definitely been one of those people that think, for some reason it feels like this name brand is going to be better. And I have definitely been proven wrong. There are just a few things that I found that, okay, I think I want to go back to the name brand. And it's all according to what you're using it for. If I'm going to be spreading cream cheese on my bagel, there's a name brand that I want to have on that package. But if I'm putting cream cheese in a recipe, the store brand works every single time. Don't be afraid of trying out the store brand. You can save a ton of money by moving away from that name brand. The fifth thing that you can cut from your budget are all of the things that are individually sized. I was looking at it. You can get a large bag of Doritos for 35 cents an ounce. So a large bag of Doritos, that big party size of chips, for 35 cents an ounce. Or you can get 10 individual little bags and you're gonna pay 65 cents an ounce. That is almost double the price, rather than coming home and putting them in Ziploc bags. And even if you put them in a reusable bag, so you don't even have to pay for the bag, you're using it over and over again, you can save so much money by not buying things in the individual size. This is the same thing for your travel size of toiletries. If you look for the price that you're paying for those little bitty bottles, it's really maybe only $1 less than a bottle that is 10 times the size. So rather than purchasing travel size toiletries, just purchase a kit that's a travel size kit, so it's 3 ounces or less, and refill those when you get back from a trip or before you go on a trip with your favorite products, and you're going to save a ton of money that way. And then the last category is something that I really love. You can cut from your budget all of the things that you can borrow. Recently, we cut a tree down in our front yard, and my husband got to a certain point and realized that this little bitty chainsaw, it just wasn't going to work for the bottom portion of the tree. It was a lot more dense than he realized. So rather than going out and purchasing an entire chainsaw or even renting a chainsaw, a buddy of his from work, he was talking about it at work. He said, "Hey, I've got a chainsaw. I never use it. You're welcome to borrow it." And so he was able to borrow his chainsaw, and now the tree is gone and we never had to purchase one. When my daughter was in kindergarten, it seemed like every few weeks they would have this specialty dress up day. And the same thing for my sister. Her daughter was in kindergarten at the same time. And so what we would do is we would say, "Hey, it's Farmer's Day. Do you happen to have some overalls or something?" And we would swap out those items. We all have friends. We have people that we can call on. And let's create a community where we're borrowing things rather than trying to purchase those items, especially those one-use items that we are not going to need but more than one time. You can borrow it, or worst case scenario, you could rent it for a lot less money than you would need to purchase it. I know I've talked about things you can cut from your budget, but this is a bonus. Ways that you can save money in your budget are those things that you're currently paying for, especially like your trash service or your internet. Call your service provider and ask for a discount. We recently switched our internet and we ended up saving a lot of money. I think it was like $20 a month that we're saving, and we're getting faster speed. And this is not just a promotional discount. This is something that's going to be lasting for several years. And then with my trash, I was looking at maybe changing to another trash provider, but that's kind of a pain because then you've got to get them to pick up your trash bins and then get the new ones. So you're probably going to go a week or two without trash service, yada, yada. And instead, I called my trash provider and I said, hey, from this other place, I can get it for this much a month. They brought the price down to below what it was going to be to switch to a different company. Definitely saved me a lot of money. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call. It's not something you can typically do online. You're going to need to make a phone call, but ask for a discount and you can definitely save some money. I'm going to link another video here of some other ways that you can slash your budget during this year. I know that we're all looking for ways to save money, and these are just a few things that you can cut from your budget.